Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News, coming to you live from our studios on Kairaba Avenue with me, Ansmana Iswanyase. First, here are the main news headlines. Special Olympics The Gambia presented a torch to President Barrow in Banjul to raise awareness of the abilities of individuals with intellectual disabilities through the power of sports. And as the Gambia approaches its 60th independence anniversary on February 18th, the nation honors Louis Lucien Tomasi, the visionary behind its national flag. The Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly, with support from International IDEA, on Friday began a two-day capacity building session for National Assembly communication staff. The executive coordinator of Kanifing Municipality on Wednesday hosted the second edition of the Regional Consultative Dialogue, bringing together community leaders, politicians, security chiefs, among others. And the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, in collaboration with partners, commemorated the International Day of Zero Tolerance for FGM on Thursday. Stay tuned as we bring you more on these stories. And now here's the news in detail. Special Olympics The Gambia presented a torch to President Barrow in Banjul to raise awareness about the abilities of individuals with intellectual disabilities through the power of sports. The law enforcement torch run kicked off with a march from the National Assembly gate to Makati Square. Mahmoud Gajaga was there and he now reports.
Over 100 students, law enforcement officers, and members of the Special Olympics The Gambia took part in the inaugural Law Enforcement Torch Run, LETR, for Special Olympics in the Gambia. First Lady Fatoumata Bah Barrow lit the torch while the Inspector General of Police, Sidi Mukhtar Toure, carried it. Bakary Y. Baji, Minister of Youth and Sports, Fatoumata Bah Barrow, and Driss Bensouda, President of the Special Olympics The Gambia, all spoke at the event.
For us on the side of government, we are delighted to be part of this special day for many reasons, because one, we believe that sports is supposed to be universal, but it's also supposed to be inclusive in the sense that no one is supposed to be left behind.
I'm here to support with the Special Olympics, and I believe they are very special and they are here to participate in many things that we, the able ones, cannot even do. There are some sports I can swim, and I see some people with special need, they can swim.
In our goal to achieve inclusivity and diversity in sports and in culture and society as a whole. And I encourage that all the communities and all the organizations and all the private and public sector continue to increase to support Special Olympics Gambia.
The Law Enforcement Torch Run featured a march symbolizing the inclusion of individuals with intellectual disabilities and those without it, embracing each other in a powerful display of solidarity and strength. The Law Enforcement Torch Run brings together law enforcement officers globally to advocate for acceptance and inclusion of individuals with intellectual disabilities, starting in their local communities. At Makati Square, Mamat Ocham, the Chief of Defense Staff, Abubakar Jeng, the National Security Advisor, and Babukar Boy, the Minister of Public Service, welcomed the Torch Run delegation. President Barrow joined the ceremony, holding the torch before posing for a photo session with members of the Special Olympics The Gambia. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Now, as the Gambia approaches its 60th independence anniversary on February 18th, the nation honors Louis Lucien Tomasi, the visionary behind its national flag. This flag remains a powerful symbol of pride and identity for Gambians, marking the country's transition from colonial rule to self-determination in 1965. Usman Jata delves into Tomasi's significant contribution following a conversation with his son, Marcel Tomasi.
Ahead of the Marlborough House Conference, the British colonial administration recognized that an independent nation would require a new flag. Until then, the Gambia's flag had been one which incorporated part of the British flag, the Union Jack, as part of the design. In a memorandum dated 4th 1964, Governor Sir John Paul and Prime Minister Jawara proposed a national competition to design one. Among hundreds of submissions, Louis Lucien Thomas's design emerged as the winner, beautifully reflecting the Gambia's unique cultural and geographical landscape. Marcel Tomasi, the 83-year-old son of Louis Lucien Tomasi and a veteran broadcaster who served as the Director of Press and Public Relations at State House under both presidents Jawara and Jammeh, reflects on the pride and joy his father felt upon winning the national flag design competition.
There was no noise actually at home, really, but admiration, pride, and excitement, yes, indeed. And we were all very happy that the flag was raised and the flag was eminently displayed.
The flag's four bold colors of red, blue, green and white each carry significant symbolism. The red represents the sun, reflecting the Gambia's proximity to the equator, as well as the vibrant savanna. The blue stripe symbolizes the Gambia River, the lifeblood of the nation, representing its pivotal role in both the country's history and its future. The green represents the Gambia's fertile land, abundant in agriculture and potential, while white signifies peace, harmony, and the spirit of unity that unites the people. On the eve of independence at midnight on February the 17th, 1965, at Makati Square, the British Union Jack was lowered and replaced by the Gambian flag. Marcel Tomasi reflects on his earliest memories of that historic night, a moment that marked a significant milestone in the nation's journey to self-determination.
The whole of Makati Square was in darkness. And then during that period, the Union Jack, the British Union Jack, was lowered. And the flag was hoisted up very gradually. And suddenly there was this light. When the flag reached its zenith, the lights came on. And that's it. That's the independence. And there was a lot of clapping, singing, dancing.
Through his design, one of the 8 which he submitted, all featuring the same colors, Louis Tomasi gifted the Gambia a flag that will carry the hopes, struggles and aspirations of generations to come. Despite his pivotal role in designing the national flag, Tomasi attended the independence celebration, but not as an invited guest. He was deeply disappointed as he shared with his children and grandchildren. It was not until he met the Duke of Kent, who was surprised that he had not been invited, that he was invited to the reception the following day. Aside from the £50 prize, which he received from Prime Minister Jawara on the 21st of December 1964, Louis Lucien Tomasi never received a national honor, a fact that always disappointed him, according to his son. Prime Minister Jawara did offer Tomasi, who was a qualified accountant, a position as national auditor, but it was contingent upon him becoming naturalized, as he was born near Bamako in Mali, not in the Gambia. A year after independence, Tomasi did become a naturalized Gambian, but despite this, he never received the job as national auditor. Louis Lucien Tomasi passed away on November 4, 1985. His children and grandchildren continue to live in the Gambia as the country is set to celebrate its 60th independence anniversary. The flag will soar high and be displayed in public places and by private citizens, serving as a powerful reminder of the enduring spirit of the Gambian people, the vision of a unified and self-determined nation, and the artistic brilliance of Louis Lucien Tomasi. Osman Chata, reporting for QTV News.
Quite an interesting piece there. Now, the Office of the Clerk of the National Assembly, with support from International IDEA through its EU-funded code project, on Friday began a 2-day capacity building session for National Assembly communication staff. Alusise reports.
The training is being facilitated by Haruna Drame, a seasoned media expert, who will take the participants through insightful discussions, practical exercises and knowledge-sharing sessions. They will also explore best practice in parliamentary communication, digital engagement, media relations and crisis communication, all tools needed for ensuring that the legislative process is both transparent and participatory. Janaba Faye, head of the International IDEA Gambia office, explained that in 2024, as part of the EU-funded consultation of democratic dispensation in the Gambia Code project, Her office supported the development of a 4-year National Assembly strategic and investment plan, which seeks to create an open, transparent, and democratic legislature bound by the principles of good governance, accountability, and probity in order to provide effective legislative scrutiny, oversight, and representation.
This was followed with the development of a 3-year communication strategy that speaks to the implementation of the National Assembly Strategic and Investment Plan. The communication strategy aims to bridge the gap between the legislature and the public, improve communications and flow of information within the National Assembly as well as with its valued stakeholders. The strategy was developed within the framework of creating awareness about the National Assembly and its function, promoting positive change in perceptions, beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes towards the National Assembly, and most importantly, to project the National Assembly as a trustworthy and transparent institution.
Rafael Brigandi, the Deputy Head of Mission of the EU in the Gambia, believes understanding the parliamentary process and the decision-making process is critical to help building trust between citizens and their representatives to strengthen democracy.
The European Union is glad, takes pride in supporting this initiative as part of a broader dynamic of supporting Gambian-led efforts to reinforce democratic institutions. As Europeans, we share with the Gambia a firm belief in the principles and the values of democracy, good governance, and accountability.
The National Assembly has implemented some outreach initiatives to improve citizens' understanding of its role and its work. However, Khalifa Emembai, the clerk of the National Assembly, believed having well-trained communications professionals with the requisite skills and know-how and a well-structured communications and outreach approach revolving around a structured communication framework will go a long way towards enhancing the visibility of the National Assembly across all media.
I'm optimistic that the outcome of this training will result in an enhanced communication approach that will be targeted and tailored for each of the different audiences, and of course develop services that will enable public access to information via print and broadcast media on the work of the legislature and its members. On that note, whilst I wish you a successful training, I urge all of you to make maximum use of this training and thoroughly engage the resource persons here who are themselves the architects of our communication strategy.
It is hoped that the outcomes of this training will better equip these participants to be more efficient and effective in their roles. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cisse.
And that report there by Aliou Cisse will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be right back.
Browse with us. QCell brings you a promo like never before. Get unlimited internet for just $25. Yes! Recharge $25 and enjoy the convenience of free internet from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day with our Browse with Us promo. With this amazing offer, you can browse, stream, and download all your favorite movies for free. So why wait? Recharge $25 today and enjoy free internet only with QCell between 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. For more information, call customer care on 111. QCell, Senior Bus, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Supersonics Islamic Insurance, the Gambia's first digital insurance provider, brings innovation, convenience, and Sharia compliance to your doorstep. We offer a wide range of general insurance services, ensuring peace of mind and protection for what matters most. Whether at home, on the go, or in business, experience the difference with Supersonics Islamic Insurance Company Limited. Contact us today, +220-5132-319, 5132-318, or 5132-315. Email us info@supersonicsinsurance.com or on our website www.supersonicsinsurance.com or visit us at Bega Plaza 56 Liberation Avenue.
Welcome back. Following the commercial break, be reminded you're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me, Ansmana Esonyase. Now, the executive coordinator of Kanifing Municipality on Wednesday hosted the second edition of the Regional Consultative Dialogue. The executive coordinator's role is a municipality's equivalent of a governor. The event brought together community leaders, politicians, women groups, as well as security chiefs and activists in the region. More in this report. This consultative engagement is a nationwide initiative aimed at fostering unity, peaceful coexistence and national development. Launched last year by the Office of the President, the dialogue is spearheaded by a committee comprising members from diverse backgrounds, including the Inter-Party Committee, civil society, religious and youth groups, amongst others. And with the nation set to commemorate 60 years of self-rule, the regional governor hosts community leaders, politicians, women's groups, security chiefs and activists in the region for a day-long dialogue on pressing national issues to register their concerns and recommendations to foster people-centered policies and programs. Bakari Karasingate, regional coordinator for Kanifing Municipality, calls on Gambians to put aside their political difference and always promote peace.
Today is a very, very significant day in our history because it's cementing what we have started since the coming of this government that is encouraging and actually consolidating dialogue among ourselves, which is a backdrop, I would say, an important ingredient for stability and peace.
Committee members Dudu Jah and Yadikon Njai Iribo emphasized the significance of the event and went on to highlight how it will enhance reconciliation and foster inclusion.
This gathering is very important because it is the people that make the decisions, it's the people that are voting people in, the people that what is happening to them. So it's good that they are out here meeting the people, hearing from them. They said from the horse's mouth, so you hear from the people, you know what they want, what aches them, what is bothering them, what they need, and what they are happy about. It's not just complain, but what they are happy about too, so that more can be done.
Participants took turns to share their views on pressing national issues. Among issues that featured prominently are the economy, security, youth unemployment, and cost of living. Ramotulai Fati, a ward councillor for Talinding, and Fatumata Yarikon Mendi, a women's leader and resident of Bundung, called on government to consider the plight of persons with disabilities and lady councillors.
Unemployment among young people is a major concern that should be seriously considered. We have lost many of our young people to the back way because there are no jobs for them. Also, lady councillors, they should be put on salaries, especially considering their role in society. We must all come together as one people because Gambia is all we have. Yes, I agree with everyone here that there are many problems and people are going through a lot. But if we come together and put aside our differences, we will overcome these challenges and life will be better for everyone.
The first national dialogue took place 12th to the 16th of February 2024. The forum provides a platform for meaningful exchange of ideas on the country's socio-economic challenges and an opportunity to strengthen national peace and unity. Similar events were also held in other regions across the country. Ansmana Sonyasi for KTV News. Now, the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, in collaboration with various organizations, commemorated the International Day of Zero Tolerance for FGM on Thursday. The event, which is annually commemorated on February 6th, began with a road march to raise awareness about the harmful effects of FGM. Yafatu tells us more.
This year's local team, building partnerships, alliances and movements to end FGM in the Gambia, highlights the importance of collective action and collaborations among local communities, organizations and government bodies to eradicate FGM in the country. The road march serves as a call to action, urging all sectors of society to unite in the fight against this harmful practice and to ensure that girls and women are protected from violations of their rights. Thea Sawane, a representative from Axe Bajan, and Yadikon Njai Iribo, the chairperson of the Association of Non-Governmental Organizations, Tango, highlighted the significance of this day in the fight against FGM. They also reminded the public of the harmful effects of FGM.
I would not going to say how to discuss what is FGM and how difficult it is. I am a survivor of FGM and a living case study of FGM. The culture of silence needs to be stopped. And I always say, for us who are victims, we should be the ambassadors, we should be the champions, we should be coming out and saying, look, I am so and so, I am a medical doctor, or I am a lawyer, or I am at this profession, I'm a managing director, I'm a CEO, but I am a victim of FGM. When people like that come out and say it, nobody will hide. They will say, oh, so this person who is so influential in this area is also a victim. But that didn't stop the person to become what he is.
We do know that in Gambia, at least 8 out of 10 girls have undergone FGM, that's female genital mutilation. And throughout their lives, we do know that this right affects them. And to discourage this practice, advocates in the Gambia, and I'm talking about civil society mostly, have been engaging in advocacy activities to discourage and end FGM.
The Deputy UNICEF Country Representative commended the Gambian government for upholding the FGM law. He also urged everyone to join the fight against FGM.
On behalf of the United Nations in the Gambia, I would like to take this opportunity to commend the government and the National Assembly for upholding the law and committing to end this harmful practice to protect every woman and girl of the Gambia.
Nene Toure, who represented the Minister of Gender, reiterated the government's commitment to protecting the rights of girls and women in the Gambia.
To end FGM, let us make a collective vow that we will not rest unless and until we have a country free from FGM and our girls and women are free from the trauma of FGM, able to live their lives with dignity and autonomy.
The observance of the International Day of Zero Tolerance for FGM serves as a powerful reminder that, together, we can end this practice and build a future where girls and women live free from harm and empowered to reach their full potential. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
The Independent Electoral Commission, with support from the United Nations Development Programme, has opened its refurbished office in Kanifing. The inauguration was witnessed by Mood Gachaga and Hina reports.
Anyone working in an office will probably state that good working conditions contribute to a good working atmosphere and can boost productivity. The Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, which is the body responsible for conducting and supervising elections in the Gambia, on Thursday inaugurated its newly refurbished office in Kanifing. The offices are equipped with new chairs, desks, filing cabinets, and storage space. Joseph Colley, the vice chairman of the IEC, spoke on behalf of the chairman Aliu Momar Njai, who recently announced his retirement.
It is my pleasure and gratitude for us to inaugurate the new refurbished IEC regional office in Kanifing. This could not have come at a better time, as the IEC is poised to kickstart major electoral activities in the coming months. The Commission would like to strengthen its existing partnership with the UNDP and its partners. Government cannot do it all, so it is vital for other development partners to render such support to the IEC and the electoral process as a whole.
According to Sambuja Njai, the IEC's chief electoral officer, the UNDP has been a long-standing partner of the Commission. He says the UNDP support in refurbishment dates back to 1995 under the then Provisional Independent Electoral Commission.
Way back in 1995, when the PIEC, the Provisional Independent Electoral Commission, was set up to oversee the transitional elections from military to civilian rule, this building was the building that housed the headquarters of the PIEC. And during that time, it was the UNDP at that time that renovated it for the PIEC. Today, it is the UNDP that has renovated it for the IEC.
Among other things, the UNDP helps nations all over the world including the Gambia, hold free and fair elections. They say their support is to help improve electoral institutions to ensure transparency, free and fair elections. Elvin Edroma is the deputy in charge of programs and operations with the resident coordinator.
As you will see and as you've already heard, we have not only supported the refurbishment of this building, but we have also equipped it to a value of about 4.3 million Gambia dalasi. And in doing so, we are contributing to improving the capacity of the Elections Commission to ensure that it is able to have the capacity to be productive, to be efficient, and to be able to facilitate and conduct inclusive, peaceful, and credible elections in line with its mandate.
Bakari Singate, the executive coordinator of Kanifing Municipality, welcomed the refurbishment of the IEC office in East Region.
The UNDP stepping in is not only a recognition, but also a booster to show that you are indeed a key player in national development, in maintaining peace and stability in this country.
As we approach presidential and other elections in 2026 and 2027, this renovated office will be one of many used in the electoral process, and staff will have excellent surroundings in which to work. Mamadou Gajaga, QTV News.
And I'm afraid that's all about it for this bulletin. On behalf of the entire production team, thanks for watching. Do join us tomorrow, same time, for another bulletin. Go have a good night.